discuss about abnormal colligative properties. It's a portion in the chapter solution in plus 2 area. We know about the colligative properties. Colligative property means a property of solution depend on number of particles of solute, or it's a property of solution depend on number of moles of solute. Such properties are known as colligative properties. Colligative property have another feature, it independent on nature of solute. So it depends on number of moles of solute and independent on nature of solute. But in some solution, it shows some deviations. In some solution, there will be some deviation in colligative properties. It have two reasons. Number one, dissociation. Number two, association. If a solute dissociate, what will happen? Number of moles of solute increase. If number of moles of solute increase, colligative property will increase. That means colligative property will be higher than what we expected. So colligative property increase. Here molar mass of solute increase. Here molar mass of solute decrease. Why? A particle dissociate into two. Then mass of each particle will be less than. So molar mass of solute decrease. It is possible in the case if ionic compound is dissolved in water. We have general example. If NaCl is dissolved in water, it will dissociate to Na plus and Cl minus. So if you have one particle, now it is transferred to two particles. That means number of moles increase, colligative property increase, and molar mass decrease because Na plus is one mole here. Its mass decrease because its mass will be less than NaCl. Cl minus is another particle. Its mass is less than NaCl. So molar mass of solute decrease. Just reverse association. If two particles associate to form one, number of moles of solute decrease, colligative property decrease, then molar mass increase. Why? Now one particle is the combination of two. So molar mass of solute increase. It is possible when organic acid like acetic acid is dissolved in benzene, which is non-polar solvent. If acetic acid is dissolved in benzene, two molecules associate to form a dimer. So if you have two molecules before solution, it is transferred to one mole, that is association. But we have to focus the point about acetic acid. If acetic acid is dissolved in water in aqueous solution, it undergo partial dissociation. So acetic acid in benzene undergo association, but acetic acid in water in aqueous solution undergo partial dissociation. Now we are going to discuss about the Van Hoff factor. Van Hoff factor is the term I which is used to determine deviation of colligative property. I said due to dissociation or association there will be deviation in colligative property. So we have to calculate that deviation. So we are using a mathematical term, that is Van Hoff factor. Equation is very simple. I equal to abnormal colligative property by normal colligative property. Abnormal colligative property means that is experimental value. Normal colligative property means that is their expectation, that is theoretical value. So abnormal by normal means experimental by theoretical. Instead of colligative property, we can use number of moles of solute also, because colligative property and the number of moles are directly proportional. So abnormal by normal. But if you are considering molar mass of solute, equation is reverse, that is normal molar mass divided by abnormal. Why? Colligative property and molar mass are inversely proportional. If a solute undergo dissociation, abnormal colligative property will be higher. I already said. Then I greater than 1. If a solute undergo association, abnormal colligative property will lower. So for association, I less than 1. So this is the one half factor. It is used to determine deviation of colligative property. So actually, abnormal colligative property is experimental value. So for determining that experimental value, we have to multiply this one half factor and our theoretical value. To determine abnormal colligative property, we have to multiply I and normal colligative property that are given in different equations. There are 4 colligative properties: relative lowering of air pressure, delta P equal to delta P by P0. That's equal to chi B. Chi B means mole fraction of solute. This is our theoretical answer. But if you multiply by Y, that answer will be experimental. Another one, elevation boiling point, that is delta TB. Delta TB equal to actually KB into M. But if you multiply by I, it will be experimental value. Similarly, depression freezing point, delta TF equal to I into KF into M. Osmotic pressure, pi equal to I into MRT. So we have to focus that point. When we are solving a problem relating colligative property, we should use the equation including I factor. But we can remove that I when if it neither undergo association nor dissociation, that I will be 1, so it can be removed. So before that, we have to use the term, we have to use equation by including I only, otherwise we will get mistake answer. Okay, so when we are solving a problem in colligative property, we should use the equation including I. But this I can be 1 when if there is no association and dissociation. Okay, in abnormal colligative property, we have to know 2 terms, that is degree of dissociation and degree of association. Degree alpha is mathematical term. It is simply percentage by 100. Percentage by 100 equal to alpha. It can be calculated with respect to dissociation and association. If you are calculating degree of dissociation, alpha equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. What is I? That is one of factor. N is number of moles after dissociation. Very simple. In NaCl, it dissociates into 2 ions. So N equal to 2. In CaCl2, it dissociates into 3 ions. That is 1 Ca and 2 Cl. N equal to 3. If an ionic compound undergo complete dissociation, that means 100% dissociation, alpha will be 1. Then I equal to N. By substituting here, we will get that answer, I equal to N. If we add more amount of water, that is on dilution, degree of dissociation increase, alpha will increase. Alpha increase and so I also increase. I increases to reach N value for 100% dissociation. Before that, on dilution, I increases and I will reach its maximum value, that value equal to N. It is possible only at a complete dissociation. Similarly, degree of association. Equation have some small difference. Alpha equal to 1 minus I into N by N minus 1. What is N here? Number of moles before association. By example, for dimer, there should be 2 moles before association. So N equal to 2. For trimer, there should be 3 moles before association. N equal to 3. Here also we can say, if it undergoes complete association, that is alpha equal to 1, but I equal to 1 by N. If we add more amount of solvent, that is dilution, more association will take place. That means alpha increase, but here I decrease. I decreases to get its minimum value. That value is 1 by N. When it is possible, if it undergoes complete association. Okay, now we are solving a problem. Find the freezing point of aqueous solution containing 8.1 gram HBr in 100 gram water if HBr undergoes 90% dissociation. You will give Kf value 1.86, molar mass of HBr equal to 81. That we have to know. To determine freezing point, we have to calculate depression freezing point. We are familiar with this equation, delta Tf equal to I into Kf into Wb into 1000 by Mb into Wa. Wb means given mass of solute, that is 8.1 gram. Wa means that is given mass of solvent, that is 100 gram. Mb means molar mass of solute, that is HBr is solute 81 gram. Then Kf is given 1.86. Here we have to calculate I. In question there is indication that 90% dissociation. So we can calculate first alpha. How? 90, that is percentage of dissociation by 100. That's equal to 0.9. We have equation alpha equal to I minus 1 by N minus 1. In case of HBr, N equal to 2 because HBr undergo dissociation to 2 ions, N equal to 2. We know I 0.9, N equal to 2. So we can calculate I. That I equal to 1.9. By substituting this 1.9 here, we can calculate delta TF. So 1.9 into 1.86 into 8.1 into 100, so 1000 by 81 into 100. These all values will be cancelled. So 1.9 into 1.86, that is delta TF. The answer is 1.9 into 1.86, the answer is 3.72. But this is change in freezing point. We have to calculate freezing point of aqueous solution. Freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. So if it undergo a depression 3.72, its freezing point will be minus 3.72 degrees Celsius. So answer is minus 3.72 degrees Celsius. If you are not considering the I factor, answer will be 1.86. That is our theoretical answer. Our experimental value is 3.72 degrees Celsius. Okay, another question. Which have highest boiling point? And you give 4 options. 1 molar glucose, 1 molar NaCl, 1 molar K2FeCl6, and all have same boiling point. Actually, 1, 2, 3 option. In 3 option, 1 molar, that means concentration is actually same. If concentration is same, number of moles of solute is same. It indicates colligative property is same. But we have to consider I factor. What is that? Glucose is not ionic compound, so it do not undergo dissociation. So its I factor equal to 1. NaCl undergo dissociation to 2 ions, so I equal to 2. What about this compound? This is a coordination complex. It dissociates to 3 ions. What are 3 ions? 2K plus and this coordination sphere. As I value increase, colligative property should increase. So answer is 3. So in this question we are considering the abnormal colligative property and by using 1/2 factor.